stock carburetor, stock intake. It's got a V-force reed valve on it with a CPI pipe. So this is a motor that you can duplicate without spending a fortune, and it's bulletproof. These things are absolutely bulletproof and proven. I'll be a son of a bitch. Ben, you were right. Moment of silence, folks. Thank the moto gods for this bike. This is the fastest CR500 we've ever had at the shop. Bar none, hands down, unequivocally. Even beats the Sand Mountain 21 Zach Stockoff championship bike, winning bike. This bad boy's putting down 61 rear wheel horsepower. Do the math, that's well over 70 at the crank, okay? A stock YZ450 puts down in the 54. They say the CR450s in the 57. This is equivalent to what a Works factory 450 would be putting down. It's an absolute rocket ship. And the good news is this can be purchased without spending a fortune. You could duplicate this build without spending an absolute fortune. This bike, you might have heard me mention the name Dr. Dyno, Ben Probst. He's run over 80 dyno runs on his CRs and KXs. Really knows his shit, had worked closely with all the best in the business. And this bike here was actually owned by the lead porting technician at Lindsay Machine, Brian. This was his personal bike. When we came out to Sand Mountain, we ended up buying it from him last March, about 6 months ago. We bought the bike out, we studied it closely, we've gone through it one end to the other, and it is unequivocally an absolute monster.
So Lindsay Machine Racing spent years formulating this port job so that you didn't have to.
Exactly. And can Eric Gore or Adam Millar or Tom Morgan, any of the greats of this industry, duplicate this? Yes. It can be duplicated, but this is, and we've had bikes from all those guys, but this one topped the dyno charts. And what really amazes me the most, this is the original 1997 Kean PJ carburetor. It's not the Air Striker. A lot of the tuners swear by this carb. I love this carburetor. It's what I have on my bike. I've won 3 years back-to-back 500 drag race and sand drag shootouts. And this carb with a twin air filter, very few mods on this motor required to get it to where it is. The V-Force rad valve combined with BVS, Lindsay Machine's porting job, and a CPI pipe is all it took to get that power. Now, was there more done to the bike? Yes, you can see the cases were split. It's got all new gaskets, the crank seals, the crank has been replaced, the clutch is all brand new, the running gear, the chain and sprocket is new, the CPI pipe is a huge upgrade from the stock one, but it didn't, I mean, for the cost of a titanium pipe for a 450, which is like $1,000, you can buy the reed valve for 100, 150. The porting job's probably, Eric Gore charges $250, even if it's $400 for the porting and plus the pipe. For under $1,000, you got yourself a world-class machine that's easily rebuildable. So Brian wanted this to run cool. He put the oversized aluminum radiators on here, replaced the original radiators. You can see it's a brand new set of radiators on there. The bike is mechanically like brand new. I ride a lot of 500s. This thing is fresh. It's jetted perfectly. It's the motor is a 10 out of 10. Bar none. It's a fantastic machine, and it happens to be in the 97 colors and graphics, which is my favorite style. It has a brand new gas tank on here. This is a brand new white gas tank. It's got a brand new CR Techno Cell seat cover, a new seat foam, new rear fender, new side number plates, new radiator shrouds, new front number plate, new front fender, new fork guards, and you can see it has a brand new Hoosier tire on the front, Hoosier tire on the rear, gold, of course, the new tubes. Everything on the bike is just screams perfection. The shock's been rebuilt, and you can see it's got a new spring on there. He had the suspension tuned by one of his favorite suspension tuning gurus. The front and rear was done. It handles awesome. The crank is perfectly trued, so this thing doesn't vibrate much, and the piston's super tight. There's no issues that 500s can have that cause it to vibrate. So this thing, even though it's a fire-breathing dragon on the dyno, putting down 61 horse compared to stock 53, that's a huge increase on a Japanese two-stroke. Massive. It's done right. So the vibration is actually less than stock. It's not more. The twin wall bars are the twin wall 998s with the Renthal crossbar pad. Of course, it's got a nice set of billet pro taper bar mounts. It has an MSR quick adjust clutch lever, new OEM Honda grips. Just pure perfection, guys. It looks like a brand new bike. The engine is new. Everything's been redone. It's got a new Honda OEM shifter on there. It has the oversized super stock pegs. The chain guide is mint. The swing arm is on this side looks basically brand new. I don't see any damage on the swing arm. The forks are in mint shape. The original rims, the original rims were replaced with an entire new set of aluminum rims, heavy duty spokes, front and rear. As you can see, these are the Warp 9. You see the label right here, Warp 9 rim with the new spokes. The hub's been vapor blasted. Just a beautiful piece. The silencer is a Pro Circuit 304 factory sound stainless series. The thing barks. The CPI pipe, which unfortunately you can't get this pipe anymore. They've become an unobtainium. They've, as far as I know, they shut down production. We're trying to talk to the guys that are friends with them to see if we can get them to build 6 or 9 more.
You can build a copy.
You can build a copy, but the originals, I got it a little dirty. Sorry about that. But this thing's an absolute monster. You can see the engine is in brand new condition. It's got inside and out. It's got the billet oil feed. There's really not much more to say, man. This is the high water mark. This is, in my opinion, 97 is my favorite year for a lot of reasons. It's stunning looking, but it's kind of a sleeper. It doesn't look like a mod bike, and it's an absolute, if you can't hole shot on this, just pack it up and go home.
So if you see a 500 motor with billet cases come onto the market and this bike suspiciously vanish off of eBay, there may be some sort of swappage going on.
Conspiracy.
I have no other comment on that, but use your imagination.
Actually, the motor you have is a fantastic motocross motor. It's putting down about 5 horse less, but it's geared for 4 to.
This one's just so fast.
It is. This thing is lightning fast.
Envy.
You know, we should try this pipe on your motor. You're putting down almost 57 now. This might bring you up to a couple extra horse. We haven't tried a CPI on your motor yet, have we?
No.
But we have that chrome.
This thing just fucking sings, man.
It absolutely hauls ass. You have the dyno. Are you going to cut the dyno video into this? Yeah. Okay. Guys, I'm just going to drop the mic now. There's nothing else to say. This is the champion, the fastest 500 we've ever had, and it's pristine. It was built by a mechanic for himself. There's not much more to say. If you missed this one, well, we're going to try to duplicate it, but and we do have the dyno. The dyno is a measuring tool. This one's done. I don't know how long it'll take us to duplicate one, but this one's ready. It's the only one on the planet that we've swung a leg over that's dyno proven 61 horse. That's well over 70 at the crank. It's an absolute, and it's super reliable, stock carb, all original Honda components in the bottom end. It's a kick-ass machine. Thanks for watching. God bless America.